Tonight, from Soldier Field in Chicago, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports. As we'll see Caleb Williams and the Chicago Bears taking on Joshua Dobbs and the New York Giants.
The sun is set in Chicago. The temps have dipped and will continue to do so. Jacket and blanket weather. It's that time of year at Soldier Field. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Bears team entering play. It's late in the year. We all know it. We've seen the calendar for these guys. Their bodies could probably use a break, but they have to push on.
And they're really not as worried about that as maybe we think. They know they've got the entire offseason to rest. All they care about is the game in front of them and finishing strong.
So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. And a look at a guy, definitely got a little razzle-dazzle to him. Can do it with his arm or his legs. Their mobile QB.
You know what I did in pregame? I made sure I touched him as he went by. I want a little bit of what he's got.
The golden arm from last week.
Oh, how much fun was that to watch that game tape, all right? The number of touchdowns, what was that, 5 last week?
Yeah.
But 0 interceptions. So you think he's due to throw a pick? But I'm betting that he continues the streak in this game.
They'll start with a run by Tracy. And they're able to get this one across the 35. And they're going to speed things up here. Tracy going to get it on first down. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Absolutely no trouble moving the ball on the ground on the first 2 plays from scrimmage.
Absolutely. You know what I really like? Same guy carrying the ball in both plays, and what drives me crazy is when a back has a nice run, he taps his helmet to go out of the game. I would want the ball again and again and again because you've established really nice momentum, and now you're seeing the field really well.
Dobbs looking to throw on first down. Flush to his right. Down the sideline he goes. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football. But how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on first down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid game to bring up second and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
Dobbs eluding the pressure right. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Joshua Dobbs, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Giants put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And the capper that put it in the end zone, a run of 8 yards. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. So here now the Bears offense for their first drive of the game. And they will be led out by a man in his sophomore campaign as the quarterback.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense and hopefully springs a receiver or two free.
Williams now looking to throw on 1st and 10. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Dexter Lawrence in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for him.
We talked about prior to the game, and it played out right there on the first play, didn't it? This offensive line is going to have its hands full all night long.
Now, you often speak of scripts to start a game. Does this mean that play number 2, they're going to go off the script a little bit?
Yeah, what's interesting is that most people, when they script now, they actually script those contingencies in, okay, in case they can't run the play they want to. It's long distance now. Let's go to that play.
What do they have for this? 3rd and 11. To the air, Williams. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. To throw, Williams. And that's out to the flat for Swift. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. 2nd and 11 now. They'll run for the first time with DeAndre Swift. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. Well, this defense for the Giants, they were very good a week ago in that win over Minnesota.
And I don't know what the actual percentages are, and I don't know the analytics when you create.
Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Down the right sideline. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown. CD, what a sensational start for this defense. Instead of just forcing the 3 and out, which they were about to do, they pick it off and take it in for the score.
Yeah, I mean, they didn't just settle for the standard good way to start a game. They started in dramatic fashion. Take it away, score points, and guess what? They'll be flying to go back out there on defense again after that play.
And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. Williams throw there complete to Allen. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. From the gun, here's Swift. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5. From the gun, here's Williams. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And they will finally stop him, but a great return gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line. So the ball changing hands on the interception, but meanwhile here we do have an injury on the play. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. Dobbs is throwing. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Back to throw, Dobbs.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked by Kevin Byard.
And the Bears are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line.
Well, Brandon, as they say in popular culture, this one's going to leave a mark because they can see the end zone, but it'll stay out of reach because of their error. All their offensive teammates have to give the quarterback right now, offer a little bit of encouragement because what's done is done. Let's get him next time out.
And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play.
Now 2nd and 3. Here's the option.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down.
Moore, the motion man right. Play action. Now Williams. That's complete. Rome Odunze.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
From just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd and 2.
Moore, the man in motion.
Throwing is Williams.
Over the middle, and it's caught. Keenan Allen. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection.
On 1st and 10, it's Williams. And there's a short throw. It's caught by Kmet.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Ball on the 35. Here comes 2nd and 5. To the air once more. Williams. And again back to Kmet.
Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
A handoff. Swift running to the left.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Throwing on 2nd down is Williams.
Working the middle here. That's complete to Everett, the tight end. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 14 yards that time for number 14. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Here's Swift.
And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down.
Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
They'll look to throw for it with Williams.
And it's caught. They're able to hold him to 3 there, and that leads to a 4th and goal. Two minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1.
They'll go. Here's Williams.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears.
Rome Odunze.
His 6th touchdown out of the season.
And the Bears go nearly the length of the field and finish it off.
The PAT good. It would draw him closer, but hold on just a second. A flag is down on the field. flag comes out here. This is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block, you've got to go to the right point. That didn't happen. Ran into the kicker. The penalty flag had to come out.
New York ready to go again offensively. And a close game like this, Charles, those interceptions like they had on the last drive could be costly. But here they've got another opportunity to seize control of this game.
And they'd better take it.
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Touchdown, Giants.
Malik Neighbors.
75 yards. And the Giants are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 21-7. One of the shortest drives you'll ever see. One play, 75 yards, 6 points. The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away.
And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 30-yard line. Well, let's shine the spotlight on the former Georgia Bulldog, DeAndre Swift, who's set to begin this next drive.
He's just been looking for some space. I'm not going to pin it on him or the offensive line, but they need to get this run game going better.
Sometimes you just have to credit the defense. They came in with a plan themselves. So I think now you try and mix things up a little bit. Get the ball in the hands of some other people, find some other playmakers, but always let the defense believe that he's still a threat.
I was going to say, don't forget about it.
No, don't take him totally out of the game.
Williams to the air on second down.
And he lost the football.
And this ball recovered by the offense. But remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
That is caught, and he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. The Bears moving hastily in the hurry-up offense. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
2nd and 10. To throw, it's Williams. There's a short throw. It's caught by Kmet.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
Here's 3rd and a few inches. To throw once more. Here's Williams.
And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted.
And the Giants are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
That one taken in by Neighbors.
And now they're in the hurry-up. On 1st and 10, Dobbs. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
Now it's 2nd and 10.
Throwing here, Dobbs. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Here's Dobbs to throw. Incomplete. And we're down to 8 seconds now.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. To throw is Dobbs.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. A final shot before break. Dobbs. Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown.
Malik Neighbors.
As time expires in the first half.
And the Giants will extend their lead here just before halftime.
Point after, right down the middle. And that will take us to the end of the first half of play. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started down at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, where it was the Dolphins who were able to pick up the victory at home. Tyreek Hill, 2 touchdown catches in the victory. From there, we stay in the AFC East. We head to Buffalo to see what's happening with the Bills. And they were winners as they defeat the visiting New England Patriots. Josh Allen, excellent in the victory, as it's one that pushes his guys 2 games above 500. And finally, a good one on Monday.
Well, we're in the latter stages of this season. Everybody's getting antsy, so antsy that we're going to skip the halftime and get ready for the third quarter.
The Bears going to see the football first, and they trail here as we get back underway to start this second half.
And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback.
The Bears offense making their way out as we give you a look at the playoff race in the NFC.
And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball into the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
Here's Williams on 1st and 10. Throw right side taken in by Adunze.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
They'll run right here with Swift.
And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
On 2nd down, here's Williams. He's got the connection to Moore.
And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
And, Charles, you look at this defense. They were a very loose group coming into the week, knowing they kind of had the upper hand going into this one, taking on a team that hasn't won in a month and a half.
And that works well for you if you establish your dominance early in the game against a team that's struggling. But if somehow they fashion some plays together early, knock them back on their heels, that looseness can be used against them. Then they're trying to scramble to make sure they get their game right.
Here comes the Bears punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. On 1st down, Dobbs to throw.
That's complete. It's Neighbors.
And out across midfield down to the 45. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Now Dobbs. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Now Dobbs.
He's got it. Touchdown. A 22-yard touchdown grab as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Extra point right down the middle, and that'll increase their lead to 28. The drive there only spanning 3 plays, and it was finished off by a touchdown by the New York Giants. The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. The Bears offense now gets set to head back onto the field.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Glad you're with us from Soldier Field in Chicago. Third quarter here, 2nd and 10. Swift going to try up the middle. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Here's Williams. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. They convert on third with a gain of 22. Looking to throw is Williams. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And the Giants are going to take over here up near the 40. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Dobbs to throw. And he whips that one incomplete there.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going.
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
They're going to hurry back to the line now. Dobbs now on 2nd down. Now he's into the clear again. Touchdown, Giants. Malik Neighbors with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Giants have taken a 5-touchdown lead. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away. And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. Now the Bears offense ready to take over again.
It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. The turnover on the last drive, they had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
That throw into the arms of Allen, and they're able to get this one across the 35. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11.
A lot of ground left to make up, obviously. A lopsided contest, and we're already in the third quarter. And they won't get it all back in one play or one drive. That's cliche, but it's true, Charles. If they can just maybe get plays like that and get a little momentum built, they can get the scoreboard a little closer.
And can you add some blinders to the cliche, meaning keep these guys from looking at the scoreboard, because that doesn't help them at all right now. Their focus needs to be on finishing every drive with points and playing mistake-free football from here on out.
Looking to throw on second down. Williams.
They'll try and set up the screen to Swift.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 16 yards is the pickup there and a first down for Chicago.
Well, they've certainly had their share of troubles running the football in this one, but this play is almost an extension of the running game right here. They set up the screen, let him work out in space on the perimeter, and he turns it into a big pickup.
He's got it to the 43 here.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
From the 43, here's a 2nd and 7.
Back now at Soldier Field. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Williams' throw complete here to Kmet.
This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
2 yards to go, second down. Working out of the gun, Williams.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Deatrich Wise showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4. Williams from the gun on third down.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Santos' kick is up and through, and they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry up. On second down, Dobbs.
That is incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
To throw on third down, Dobbs.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Tracy trying the right side. Now inside the 25.
And he'll finally be taken down at the 18.
60 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy, because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out, because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Dobbs. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
So that one, his 4th touchdown catch of the game, one behind the all-time record of 5.
Now the try here for the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So that drive 7 plays in length, and it was polished off by a Giants touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 30-yard line.
Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field.
It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case.
They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball, because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Williams throw complete there to Moore.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score.
They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try and throw with Williams.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Able to power through. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10.
New York's offense back out there and set to go. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate, but we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. And this one is incomplete.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
On 4th down, Dobbs
able to find the open man. That's complete.
Taking it right down Broadway. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
So add another one into the touchdown column. What a game. That is now 6 touchdown passes for him so far in this one.
Extra point splits the uprights. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it was finished off by a touchdown by the New York Giants.
And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30.
Onto the field now come the Bears.
Facing a big fourth-quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled.
And the giant rush gets home as down he goes.
Kayvon Thibodeaux
from his outside linebacker spot, forcing the sack for a loss of 8. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down.
To the air, Williams.
And now a fumble. The ball's out, and the Giants have it. It's picked up. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on first and goal.
Straight ahead, here's Tracy.
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Second and goal from the 1. That one looks like he'll throw here. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
So that is going to tie an NFL record that is... And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs, and I think they're going to at least take a look at this. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
Point after, right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line.
And now the Bears coming out as they get ready.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. Quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
To throw, Williams. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
From the shotgun, a throw for Williams.
And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter.
Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago. And you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
So for the Giants, They move ever closer to the perfect regular season as they run things to 14-0. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Bears, their slim playoff hopes are gone now as they fall to 5-9. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say good night from Chicago.